All right, well, we got the carpet cut, kind of. I used a Sharpie to mark, and I actually made them smaller. It should cover everything. All of our cutouts should cover, but I did cut it. It's not too bad. We don't have the pad under it yet. I did, like that one, see, I marked it big what the opening was, and then I put the old one back in and decided I didn't want to cut all that carpet out. We might wind up cutting it back out again even more, but it's got some folds up. I mean, it's not perfect. We're not done all the way with it yet, but here's my dilemma that I've got right now. And this is where it gets tough, because in our lift gate, I could not get the fan to blow. Now hang on just a second. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is going to be our dilemma. What we've got going on, this is the fan speed resistor for a manual climate control. Right here. It's like a little credit card thing. Okay, now in a 6-liter, this will not work if we have the wrong resistor in. This is the Lariat fan speed resistor. So hang on. Okay, we came out here into our donor truck. This is our donor truck that we use for ours. And there's the hole. If you look at that hole right there, let me see here. It bolts. Oh, let me fix it. Hang on. Okay, so there's my dilemma right there. Okay, that's the box. This is the climate control box. Now, the end game for the truck is going to be to get the manual or the automatic climate control to work. So you see how much of this is cut out right here? There's nothing there. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to run inside. That is cut out for this entire box to go in. And it's got the big mounting location there and there. So let's go look at the other one. Okay, so now you look at this one and you see it's completely different. It's not completely, but what needs to happen is this entire raised edge right here needs to be cut out. We need to cut all that out to accept the climate control, the automatic climate control fan speed resistor. Now, the problem with this is I haven't gotten my lift gate to work yet. So we're running into, I didn't have enough time to actually go through everything with mine to make all this work. So this one's actually out of my donor truck. So that we've got to do that. We need to cut this out. Now, what I'm thinking, worst case, when I cut it out, this little guy right here, I can actually make a plate to cover all of that. I'm going to have to make something, but I don't know if I want to spend time making it. I'll have to make a block off plate that will allow this to be mounted, in, just in case we wind up having to go back to manual climate control, which I don't see any reason why we're going to have to do that. We're going to figure out how to make it work. We should. Now, some of these, the 6.4 programming gets finicky. I mean, you'll blank a freaking instrument cluster or PCM in a second trying to mess with too much crap. And I mean, it happens. So that's where my dilemma is right now that I'm weighing on. Do I go ahead and cut this out, put that in with the goals that, hey, because our blower motor does not work in our truck right now. So I haven't had enough time to do it. Now, honestly, I haven't turned on automatic climate control. I haven't went through all that yet in mine, because mine will not connect to to IDS. Don was just here and he said we might use ForeScan. He would try it with ForeScan, which genius. So that's what we'll do. I'll try it in the lift gate with ForeScan. We don't have the pad under here yet. I'm hoping. Let me bounce around here. I might go ahead. I'm going to put at least one pad on there, but I think we kind of need something right here behind the carpet, like extra pad that would take these wrinkles out. I mean, better to just set it on more pad. What I'm getting at is I might try to test fit it with both pieces of pad on it. Or worst case, maybe I'll get something cut to go around here where all the flaps are, where it doesn't exactly sit flush on the ground. But we'll put one piece of carpet on it, see how that works. Hang on. Okay, the other thing we got to cut is for the in-cabin temperature. We got to cut this out, and I'm not sure. Let's look. Well, I'm pretty happy now that I did not cut anything. I mean, common sense would say to look at the freaking dash you got beforehand. That needs to move. But look at this. It's manual climate control. So that changes everything. Manual climate control with four-wheel drive. Wow, I'm glad I looked at it, because I just assumed, I mean, obviously I was going to look at it before I freaking cut into it, but I haven't yet. That's manual climate control, so we're not going to cut that out, and we're going to put the same resistor in that was in it. This is actually starting to look like a better setup for this truck. I mean, it's already four-wheel drive dash, four-wheel drive truck, manual climate control. I mean, things are kind of looking up a little bit, so yeah. Well, that just negates this whole reason for this freaking video, so I got to cut that hole out. I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in. We'll call that done. Right on. I was kind of BSing that. I guess I should have looked at that climate control on the new dash before I even paid any mind to this, because I got this out actually for our lift gate, because this needs to go in our lift gate. But Medo, you should be fine. We'll run with this. We don't have to cut it. We'll put it back in there. Everything is all good. So I'm going to cut that one out, and then we're going to work on getting the carpet set, put the pad back under it, get the back end done, figure out, I would like to put it together, get the trim panels on, get everything on. We'll see if I get enough balls to go that far, because I'm going to really, really hate if we have to pull things back apart because something, some wire or something's not set right. So, but who knows? I mean, I've been known to wager for less, so we might just go ahead and put it together and hope for the best and see if it all works. And worst case scenario, we'll have to take it back apart and move a pin and a wire, or move a wire or a pin and a harness or something. Who knows? Well, but for right now, we're a little better because we've just did the lift gate. But nothing's perfect because these are all different trucks. I mean, everything's got different options on it. I think, Medo, you might make sure, which is actually probably going to be a bonus that it's manual. But I'm sure we could have gotten it to work if it was automatic. But that is an XLT dash. That's not a Lariat. Well, I mean, what I'm saying, I've never seen a Lariat dash that has manual climate control. I mean, I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's an XLT, which honestly is probably going to be even better, because I bet the fan works, blower motor works, probably everything's probably going to work, cruise control, all that. But we don't have pin 7 on the OBD. We don't have it. Let me see where I'm at here. There's 16, 9, 8, 7. Hang on. Okay, right there, pin 7, right here. Hang on. Yeah, I was wrong. It's actually that gray one back there behind it. The one that you can see, the one my finger's not shadowing, that's the pin 7. That's the one that goes over to the four-wheel drive control module and the rear sounder. This truck has it. Now, we go over here and look at the existing dash. The existing dash does not have a pin 7. Pin 7 is the second to the last one right there. Does not have it. There's no pin physically in there. So that's what actually caused me all the heartache on the lift gate. The fact that there's no pin 7. When I jump that pin 7, IDS comes to life. But it doesn't actually connect and program the truck, but it comes to life and will give you data. So that's we're going to have to hope. But right now, you know what, let's get the carpet done. I'm kind of glad that it's manual climate control, which honestly, it's a lot more reliable. I mean, it really is. The automatic climate control is kind of cool because you have options, but they actually, 6 liters do it too. There'll be times it just don't turn on. It's a pain in the friggin' butt. So we're going to ride with the manual climate control and put the resistor back in, start putting it together. Yep. So I thought I would show that. Hopefully when we get all done and the engine's in and we're getting ready to fire it up, hopefully we don't run into a whole bunch of communication issues because of this dash. I freaking hope not. Yeah, we'll see. It's the only second one I've ever did, XLT to Lariat, and we just now did the first one, so, it's kind of why we did it. It's fresh in my mind. There you go. So let's go ahead and get to it. Progress is slowly but surely.